Before I start, I just want to mention that ginger and turmeric can interfere with some medications, especially blood thinners, so please check with your doctor if you're unsure. Now, over a week ago when I was in New Zealand, I caught an Uber to the Auckland airport with a lovely Indian driver who was incredibly passionate about food and health. And during that hour-long drive, we talked intently about palak paneer, dal and this, Jamu. He told me he makes this every winter for his whole family and they never get the flu. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But after what happened next, I thought I'd better make some. Now, I make this for Mike and I every morning. However, if there's only one of you, you could put half in the refrigerator and gently warm it up the next morning. So into a small pot, I put about 3 cups of water, 3 small cups, and a knob of ginger and about the same amount of turmeric here. And I don't bother peeling it because I just give it a good scrub instead. Using a microplane, I grate it into the pot, but you can definitely peel it if you prefer. And I'm familiar with Jamu because years ago I worked at a cafe and they used to sell shots of it, and so many people bought it with their morning cappuccino. But it is easy to make, it's cheaper to make, and it's apparently better for you because fresh is best. Any end bits I just throw in there. It's going to get strained anyway. And then the turmeric. Now, I suggest doing this in a metal pot or not a white enamel one because over time it will change the colour of your pot. Turmeric is such a lovely colour, but it stains a bit. Then into this, most important, I was told, is to put like a half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper, and that helps the body absorb the turmeric. And now I just put it on the stove, and when it does come to the boil, I reduce the heat and just reduce it by about 1/3 or about 2 cups, or until it's beautiful and golden and yellow. So between 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I forget about it, but it still works. We just drink a stronger brew. So this is how my story goes and why I'm so keen to share it. So I arrived back at Brisbane Airport. The plane was freezing. There were people coughing and sneezing. It was dark and it started raining and I couldn't find my car in the air park. My car's about that big and you can't see it. And sure enough, 2 days later I woke up and I was sneezing. I had a sore throat. I was sneezing so much that it woke up Mike. And then I made the Jamu. And you know what? I did not sneeze again that day. I've made it every morning since, so about the last 10 days, and my sore throat disappeared. I didn't get phlegmy, I didn't get sick. Now, I don't know if that's a bit of good luck, but what I do know is that the ingredients in this are healthy, and you know what? Actually tastes nice. So it's been boiling away for a good 10 minutes, probably more like 15. And now all I do is strain it into a cup, serving glass. And you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of the taste of turmeric. I mean, I put it in curries and that's wonderful. However, this tastes good, which really surprised me. Now into this, a teaspoon or so of lemon juice into each glass and a teaspoon of honey. And the Uber driver said to me it's best consumed warm. A couple of things: if it's a little bit too sharp for you, add a bit more honey. If it's a bit spicy for you, only add 1/4 teaspoon of the black pepper. Thanks for watching. I hope this works for you. And thank you so much for that lovely, kind Uber driver. You know, sometimes life just puts people in front of you that you're meant to meet. And I feel like I was meant to meet him.